another night of hot topics and social commentary with JoJo Speaks. Thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Couple things I want to get out the way before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. It takes less than a second to mash that thing. Also, we want to see some thumbs up on this video, a couple of comments. Let us know your thoughts on the topics we're discussing tonight, as well as pressing the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Last but not least, share JoJo Speaks with all of your family and friends and loved ones. Let them all know JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. I got my sister Jennifer back with me tonight. What's going on?
Hey!
She is here. We are good. Thumbs up tonight. First off, of course, I always like to start off
You can't say it's just gonna be us. You know what? People think everybody else is coming.
Oh, yeah. Mike and Tyrone, unfortunately, will not be joining us tonight, but hopefully they will be back next week. As y'all know, I like to start off with my sadder news. So unfortunately, this past week, the legendary actor Richard Roundtree passed away. He's most known for his role in Shaft. He also played Gabrielle Union's father in Being Mary Jane. He was also in a Netflix series with Tia Mowry as well.
He did a lot.
He did a whole lot. So our condolences to all of his friends and family and loved ones as they deal with his loss. So rest in peace to Richard Roundtree.
I just wanted to make sure I said he is one of those Black actors that stood up for Black people, and also you just made sure that he wasn't taking any roles that would degrade him. He was a great man, and he did great things in the industry. God bless him and his family.
Absolutely. Do we have any comments to get to before we move on to the next story?
How did you know? Aaron says, hi, everyone.
Hey, Aaron.
Latoya is here. She says, hey, fam. Hey, hello.
Hey, Latoya.
All right. And
did you get my voice messages last night, girl? Because you didn't respond.
Ooh.
But, you know, it is what it is.
Get it together, Latoya. Anyway, I'm sure she has an amazing excuse. Amazing. I'm sure of it.
I'm sure.
Aaron is reminding everybody to make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and do that for us kindly. And she said, hey, Cece Poo, hey. And of course, Joseph says, hey.
What's going on, Joseph?
And Latoya said hello to Joseph. And Joseph said, smash the button before I jump off the eagle's back, known as the Libra, and shut down your internet because you don't need it if you can't like good content.
Thank you for that, Joseph. I appreciate that.
I mean, it all makes sense. Just one like. That's all we need. All right. Let's see what else. Aaron said, Joseph Jarrell, the man. Oh, Regina made it on in. Hello, Regina. Hey, Regina. Thank you so much for coming. And Aaron Dean, the place to be. That's what he said. Okay. Now everybody's just saying hey to everybody. So you can go on ahead.
Gotcha. Another sad news story that came out last night from Lewiston, Maine. A gunman by the name of Robert Card. He opened fire in a bowling alley and then moved to a bar and opened fire there. So far, there are 18 that have lost their lives in this terrible mass shooting. It never surprises me that our people in places of power still do not change the gun laws in this country. After every mass shooting, we say we need the gun laws to change. We need the gun laws to change, but it never happens. I don't know if there will be a change with that. Jennifer, do you see any change in our gun laws with everything that's going on?
To be honest, I really do believe one of the only ways that could possibly happen is if and when, because who knows when, it affects a lawmaker.
Right. That's the only way.
They lose someone close to them, tragically, somebody starts talking.
And it's so sad that it has to hit your front doorstep before you notice that change is needed. That is so sad. When you see it all around you, you literally see it all around you. But until it comes to your front doorstep, you say no. And that needs to change. That really does need to change. In other news, Donald Trump, we all know that he is on trial in a civil lawsuit
It
in New
has
York
been very
City.
spicy.
Yes. So Donald Trump has been fined $10,000 for a second violation of his gag order in the New York City civil fraud case. He had up a post about a clerk in the court that he had been told not to talk about in the past.
Don't you talk about my people?
And so his lawyers tried to say, "Oh, that was an obvious oversight." You know what I'm saying? Trying to make up excuses for him. I heard that Donald Trump was called up to the stand as a witness, and then the judge said, "You're not a credible witness." Donald Trump left the courtroom. He said to the media outside of the courtroom, a witness just went onto the stand saying that I won the case, which he literally lost the case before we even got to this portion of the trial. Literally, he was found guilty of fraud before this portion of the case started. And he said that the judge should just throw it out. Does this surprise you? And would you expect any harsher consequences for him violating his gag orders?
Um. Okay. As far as the gag orders, the um the judge actually had threatened, if you do it again, it's not just going to be $10,000.
Okay.
So it looks like it will get worse. As far as him walking out, to be honest, these are the things that I've been waiting to happen, because it's like everything is closing in on him right now.
Right.
And he's having to answer for things that he's been doing freely for, I believe, over 50 years. And now he's having to answer, and he's being called to the table for all of that. And it is really a sight to see. I'm not surprised that he walked out, because he does what he wants. He's Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, when he walked out, because he knows that the media is watching at all times, and I now know for sure even more media is going to make sure to start watching, even keeping the camera on and recording on that door just in case he may come out again.
Mm-hmm. Because you know he will.
Because he would have something else is going to piss him off. But for him to say what he said is like, wow, he really is like just a huge kid there. But he's squirming, and he's really showing that he's sweating right now, and that's not something that we have seen too often from Trump there. So um, Godspeed. I have some comments here. Um, one that made me chuckle. She says, "I'm in my bed, but I'm here, Jonathan. I don't know how you do it."
I just do it. I just
Okay,
do it.
and I'm a little. I don't know. I guess we somewhat not ours. We just push it on out. Um, Latoya says, "Regina, where my brother at?" Question. And Regina says, "If we have, she says, if we have tougher laws and tougher regulations to ownership of weapons, then things would change. But when you can buy a weapon at Walmart, is making things easier for criminals." Exactly. And also, it's especially those gun shows. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
go through any process at a gun show to purchase a gun.
Right.
That just how that is. Latoya says Kingdom Business is coming back November the 2nd. I think that's a TV show. Yes, of course, it's a TV show. Latoya says also, how is he still allowed to run for president? You want to answer that real quick, Jonathan?
It's the law. It's the law. It's the law that you can be a felon and still run for president. You can't get too many jobs now, but you can run for
But
president.
okay. And something tells me that back when they were writing all of these laws, these regulations, they weren't under the impression that
We'd have a
that
fugitive running for
that we'd be
office.
voting, that people would be voting for a fugitive. It's one thing to have one running, but for people to actually really be voting and have certainly drunk his Kool-Aid. Hmm. Latoya, excuse me, Regina says, Latoya, your bro's in bed watching sports on his phone and TV both at the same time. That's called multitasking.
Okay.
Yes, that's how you do it. Latoya says the orange man really thinks he's untouchable.
He does. You're
And
gonna find out the
Aaron,
hard way.
oh, okay. And Aaron said hello to the Facebook. Oh, it's on my Facebook. Just to make sure people know we out here in these streets. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Cool, cool. And so we have some good news coming out of the House of Representatives. So Representative Mike Johnson has been voted in as the new Speaker of the House. Now, there are a couple that are not happy with this decision because he is a Trumper. He was spreading the lie that the 2020 election was rigged and stolen. He's apparently against abortion. He's anti LGBTQIA plus. There are a lot of issues with this person, Mr. Mike Johnson, but maybe compared to the other hopefuls, it wasn't that bad of a choice, but all of these seem like bad choices, at least to me.
Okay.
But I don't know if we would have been able to find a House of Representative or a House Speaker, my bad, that we would have been really happy with because it was going to be Republican, because the Republicans have the majority in the House right now. Were you at least happy that we can now move forward with a new Speaker of the House, Jennifer? Or
Yeah,
did you not
I low
care?
key did not care.
I didn't care either.
Well, no, I care that we have a speaker. I care about that.
Hmm.
But I didn't care who they chose because we knew that they weren't going to try to get a Democrat one in there. And
Of
I think
course.
some people were trying to, not some people, Republicans that were even there were trying to say that it's the Democrats' fault that we don't have a speaker right now because they're not voting for one of our speakers. Like, why would I vote for a speaker that I don't want?
Right.
Of course, they want Hakeem to be to be the speaker. Why would I vote for somebody else? Kookiness. Latoya says, where his kids at? They've been real quiet. Actually, Trump's
They,
not youngest, but Eric was that? Not junior, but the one that's younger than the junior. He was actually there with him as he walked out of the the courtroom having Secret Service people scrambling. So one of them was there with him. The one that has the blonde hair, not the black hair or brown dark hair.
okay.
Felicia, first of all, hey Felicia.
Hey,
I hope all is well.
Felicia.
God bless you. She says, Latoya, the kids busy making pleas to stay out of jail. No, I think they actually running with their daddy. I think so. I guess they didn't want to be booted out the family or will, but you know, he ain't got nothing. Moving forward, huh? That's what's going on.
Right. So it's been announced by the I won't give her a name, but Nicki Minaj announced the other day that Pink Friday 2, her much anticipated new album. I don't know, is this her fourth album? I think this is her fourth album, if I'm not mistaken.
You
Queen
know
was
what? Don't. Oh gosh, I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
okay. Yeah, anyways, she's changed the release date of her new album. So it will now
Again,
be on her birthday, December 8th. There have been rumors that her and Lil Wayne were going to drop music on the same day. So I believe in her explanation, she explained that she did this because of that. I don't know if that's exactly what she meant by what she was saying, but apparently that was going to be the case. But now she's changed it to her birthday, December the 8th. Are you excited about Nikki's new music and what she has planned for us? I know I'm not.
you, you know, I just want to say God bless her in all of her endeavors. I think I might want to side with Latoya here. She says nobody cares.
Agreed. Agreed.
Gosh. Um, Felicia says mine is the ninth, the day after the Barb. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's awesome. Is your
All right.
album coming out of that day as well, Felicia?
Okay, Sagittarius in the room.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
Right. And so it also has been reported that Basketball Wives LA star British Williams, she's been sentenced to 4 years in prison for multiple frauds. It's so many. I won't say so many, but it's a few fraud cases that have been going on in these
Quite a few.
reality TV circles. Of course, Jen Shaw is the most notable. Though
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, ooh,
Ooh,
child, I was about to say
slow
the
down. Slow down.
the country couple that had that show on USA.
Okay.
They
The Chrisleys.
the Chrisleys, yes.
You know they're about to get out if they haven't already gotten out.
He got like 14 years, didn't he? 10 to
You know
14 years.
they about to get out.
I did not know that.
Child, yeah. The
How so?
daughter, I don't know how, but the daughter said that like posted that they about to be out.
I don't believe that for a hot second because for especially for federal cases, you
Mm-hmm.
have to do a
You
certain
should,
amount
yeah.
before you're even up for parole. And they're barely 2 years into their sentences. So I find that
That's what she said.
extremely hard to believe.
I guess we'll be looking out for that one.
We will be, but anyway, so British has been caught up. She'll be serving 4 years in prison. Do you think she'll be back on the show after her stint in the Hooskow?
Let me tell you something. If they let her, she gonna be there. Cause
Of course you
as you
will.
can see, she need money.
Right. Okay.
And something tells me that she was doing all that extra stuff because her boyfriend slash fiance or something like that. Um, he was playing basketball out there in Europe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And something tells me that she bargained to have a life befitting of monies and stuff. And she didn't get that, so she did whatever she could to make sure to retain that. And if
Right.
she does get back on the show, something tells me that she'll be borrowing from Peter to pay Paul to have looks, uh, a staff for her makeup and hair and all that stuff. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I do need to ask you something. Did you see that video of her friend about to put hands on the photographer?
I definitely did. I absolutely did. It was, it's what we do. We black folk, we protect our kind, and she was protecting her sister girl, sister homie friend, child.
Sister homie fraud. But
Uh,
let me tell you so how about there's a chance that she might be catching charges for that?
wow. Well, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. It's assault. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's certainly a threat. Latoya says Nikki has played out. Sis, let it go. I wouldn't say that.
We'll see if the interest is still there. I'll be interested in looking at the numbers for her new album to see how it does. Because I don't know. Honestly don't know if the interest is there anymore for Nikki.
Felicia said my album will be out on December 25th.
Wow. Come on,
Congratulations.
Christmas release.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, it's the best kind. All right, Latoya. Latoya says, "Girl, you should know not to play with Uncle Sam."
Okay.
And it's not even just Uncle Sam. She was stealing, man. She was stealing money from people. Felicia says, "Who commits fraud and go on TV?" Ludicrous to me.
Right, it is. And I think it's just a matter of these people just trying to keep up with the Joneses. And
Absolutely.
for me, it's
Or with
like,
Evelyn.
okay, right. If you're going to go on reality TV, you can't go over there faking the fraud. Like, you really can't do that because people will see right through it. And sometimes it'll come out in the open like this.
Latoya says, "I thought they reduced him down to 7 years." Jonathan,
I didn't know that.
and the mom down to 3. Okay, so maybe mom about to be coming home.
Oh, okay. That's what you're talking about.
That
Okay,
makes
well,
sense.
that does make sense. It it
God
it,
bless him.
it does. I mean, it's nice for them, I guess.
How they gonna make money
I mean,
though?
but they was going to be in federal prison anyway, so we know that's much better than state prison. So I mean, they ain't dying in there. They be
Latoya
okay.
says, "Jennifer, I love you, but I ain't catching a cold for you." Sis, why not? I'll give you zinc and a whole bunch of chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side.
Yeah, I'm not
And
catching no cold for nobody either. I'm sorry. I don't like to be sick for
oh,
nobody.
for nobody.
No.
Oh, okay. Latoya says, "Have you ever seen who the Joneses are in real life?" Okay, that's enough. We don't know the Joneses. Go ahead, Jonathan.
So Tyler Perry says that he will not be bidding for BET again if it's put back up for sale. He's saying that he's saying that the bidding process was disrespectful in a lot of ways. I'm not exactly sure what he means by that. I don't know if he's thinking that he was disrespected because he's a black man looking to buy this black network, and that's what I'm assuming he means by that. People probably trying to play with his money. I don't know what the case is.
I think
And
they
to
were trying
me,
to play on his head top.
say what?
I think they were trying to play on his head top. I think they were really trying to like play him, trying to get extra billions out of him.
Right.
Like I think they were disrespectful for him to say it like that
Hmm.
and be real vague. I think there might have been some real disrespect going on over there behind the scenes that he's doing a good job of keeping to himself.
Agreed. I would agree with that. It is what it is.
Latoya says they tried to raise the price astronomically because it's him. Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah,
I would agree with that.
yeah. I'd
Because
be
because
guessing
they
too.
because they know he got money in his pockets, and you like
All the
you want to
monies.
spend, you got to spend if you want this network, and when people get greedy, that's what happens, lost opportunities.
Exactly. And then like even on top of it just makes me think about how he even, records his shows, the way that he pretty much saves money and capitalizes on his content. It's like he's making the money, yes, but it's not for you to take it all.
Right. Exactly.
What did it say? He said they wanted to charge him 3 times what it's worth.
Mm,
Because it has gone downhill. Like, let's be real.
I
BET was
mean,
great when they had 106 in Park and music
right.
videos.
Right. And that's literally all they had.
See this world.
Literal and Cedar's World. Oh my goodness. Every day after school, I could not wait to hear it's Cedar Baby. Yes.
I
Oh my
remember you watch
goodness.
her. Yes. I sure didn't watch her like that.
I definitely did. I
I know
definitely
you
did
did.
every single day. So Kevin Gates is receiving backlash for a response to him posting video of him teaching his daughter how to drive. She was clearly up in the seat with no
Mm-hmm.
seatbelt on.
Mm-hmm.
And what was his response, Jennifer?
He was saying that, basically you're a punk if you have your seatbelt on, and I'm not teaching no punks how to drive.
Now, what kind of logic are we hearing from a statement like that? Because I'm hearing zero logic from that
He's one of
statement.
those people that I put like just one very small step above Bootsy. He's hardly any better. And to hear him say that, it's like, sir. Oh, well, this is well. First of all, Latoya says video soul. Yes,
Absolutely.
we need it. We still need it to this day. That's why nobody want to fall in love. There ain't no songs about falling in love right now.
Right.
Anywho, Latoya also says Kevin Gates has several chemical imbalances.
But you know what's funny? Sometimes when I hear Kevin Gates talk, he sounds like he might have some good sense.
Might.
Sometimes might have some good sense. But when you're dealing with N words, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is really what's to be expected. Hopefully, his daughter realizes somewhere down the line, hopefully sooner than later, that seatbelts are life saving. They will save your life in a terrible crash.
And save you from
Keep you from
tickets.
being ejected from your car because due to the force of an accident. So I
Yeah.
mean, just message to everybody: wear your seatbelts at all
Okay, put
times
them on. Put them on.
before you even crank up your car. Make sure you hear that click. Okay,
Okay. Before you get the ticket kit.
tick
Click
it. Yes, click
ticket.
it or ticket. Yes, there you go.
And also, man, who I think you have to be a certain type of crazy to be okay with the kind of bells and the dings that happen while you're driving and you don't have your seatbelt on. I halfway lose it if somebody's in my passenger seat and that little ding is going off because you're behind and ain't got your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt.
Gotta lay down the law when you get in my car. Okay, when you get
Seat
in this
belts.
thing, we gonna be safe. I ain't getting no ticket for you.
And child, the few little times that I might have, like drove a little bit without the seatbelt on, I felt like I was out there all willy nilly. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
I
You
felt a
don't
little
feel
bit too
safe.
free. I don't like that.
Right. We don't do that. We don't do that. So the Rock, Dwayne the Rock Johnson, he came
Ooh,
out against a wax figure that was made for him. I don't believe it was Madame Tussauds. I do not believe it was Madame Tussauds, but it was some company that made a wax figure of him, and they had him looking mighty light. I won't say white.
Mighty.
I won't say white because it still looks like he's got somewhat of a tan on this wax figure.
It ain't look like that to me.
But he said that they need to they need to uh, his Paris wax figure. They need to change his Paris wax figure, starting with my skin color. They try to disrespect the man. Do you think they purposefully made him look lighter, or was that their in their mind their image of what The Rock looked like? Because we probably know that these people who are making the wax figures maybe have never seen these people in real
person?
life. Um, so they probably go off of pictures. And The Rock isn't necessarily the most dark man in the world, but
No.
he absolutely looks like he got some color on him. And this wax figure don't look like he got too much of any color in it.
He ain't Caucasian. That's what we know.
Right. He looks like a good looking, muscular white man. Good looking, muscular white man, and that is not Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
It looked really weird to see that picture. Unfortunately, I can't find it right now. But yes, it's a bit much. Personally, I'm about to go ahead with Latoya on this one. In their mind, all these pictures on the internet, Jonathan, LOL. Exactly. When you see Dwayne The Rock Johnson standing beside a Caucasian fellow, there's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. He might not have a whole host of melanin, but he certainly has some.
He got
Yeah.
plenty of it.
Okay, he got enough. And no, I think that was crazy. No.
All right. And for our last story, so there's been this question going around. Would you take $500,000 or take a meeting with Jay-Z? And even Jay-Z said in his interview with Gayle King, y'all better take that money. Take that money, buy all my albums, and get the knowledge that you need from my albums because I've
Okay,
been
because he's
telling
giving
y'all
himself. Come
all
on.
y'all need to know. You
Because
know
he
what I'm
said,
saying?
"Can I get a what? What?
Okay.
Huh?"
To these niggas for all my just who don't got love and can I get a whoop
Whoop,
whoop?
whoop.
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
okay. That is education for your ASS, honey. But yeah,
Okay.
I know I would take the money. I mean, Jay-Z,
Immediately.
you a nice man or whatever, and I know you would give me some gems, but I'll take the money. Thank you.
Yes,
Please and thank
and
you.
think about it. Not saying it's not a million, it's not a couple of million, but it's 500,000. 500,000 can really get some things started if you
Mhm.
really plan first. I say do a good vacation, then invest in some money making situations because we need to make that money make money, and don't gamble it.
Right. Don't throw it away because you might as well just flush it right on down the toilet if you're gonna gamble your money. I've never gambled. I probably will never gamble because I need my
Mhm.
money.
I need some money. And then, you could have a down payment for a really good house. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? There's just so many opportunities with that $500,000 that can, you know, boost you.
Right. Exactly. So that's all we got for y'all tonight, honey.
It
It is a
is?
half a show. Yeah, I ain't got no more topics unless you got something you want to talk about.
I sure don't.
Okay. All right. Well, Jennifer, go ahead and give us your social media contacts real quick before we get out of here.
Sure, I'll be happy to. My name is Jennifer McCullum, but you can call me the Light of the Leo. You can follow me at the Light of the Leo on TikTok, Instagram, of course, as well on YouTube. So I am at the Light of the Leo on Instagram and all those other places because I'm about to say everything again. I just talk all day for a living, y'all. Please excuse me. So go ahead and follow me at the Light of the Leo with no spaces. I'll see you there.
All right. And you guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. Once again, please subscribe to JoJo Speaks, like, share, comment, press the notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We'll be back here next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. But until then, we'll say bye for now, y'all. Have a good weekend.
What? Oh, bye. I gotta turn it off. Over